So in case you want to purchase an account on Nairaprop, these are the things you should watch out for. I'm going to be explaining how you can get an account, the rules, and what you should avoid. Firstly, you can let's start from the beginning. Get funded, watch your risks, and all that. And something I like about Nairaprop is actually their interface. Their interface is very nice. And there is nothing like hidden rule on their website. So 20% maximum drawdown, that is their maximum drawdown. 80% payout, that is you are receiving 80% and the company is receiving 20%. Then 12 hours payout, they have a 12 hours payout. But as at the time I'm making this video, the payout is now instant. So but let's still leave it at 12 hours per hour. Then they'll have the live tracking. That's if you log in to your dashboard, you are going to see the live tracking. Some people will fail you unnecessarily, but there's a live tracking. So let's move straight to the rules. So if you want to get an account on Nairaprop, there are two accounts. We have the standard and we have the pro. So I'm going to be explaining both accounts to you. On the standard, there are only two rules, which the 20% maximum drawdown and the 3 minute rule. So normally 20% static and 3% 3 minute rule. On the 3 minute rule, you have four chances. That is, you will be pardoned four times. On the fifth, on the look at it, fifth is now a bridge. So if you are going for an account of the standard, okay, and profit target is 10%, and you can trade forex, you can trade crypto, you can trade indices, you can trade energy. So unlike some prop firm, they will not allow you to trade crypto indices. It's only forex, but everything is here. Bot and he is allowed, so you can use your bots to trade and all that. No daily drawdown. Some company they will bridge your maximum drawdown, they will still bridge you on daily drawdown. No consistency rule, that is, you must make what you make today, you must make tomorrow. No minimum trading day. If you pass today, you can also request for payouts the same day. So these are the things you need to know. The same thing also applies to the pro account. But on the pro account now, they only have one rule, which is the 20% maximum drawdown. And there's no scalping rule. You can hold it for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 hours, your call. So everything that is applicable on the standard account is also applicable to the pro, only that the pro will not, there is nothing like 3 minute rule. Yes, so same thing, 80% profit split, instant phase progression, and auto scaling to 3 million. 3 million naira is the biggest account they have on the website, and a profit target of 10%. So we can just go to buy account, and let's check out the account. And the accounts are in two parts, which is the we have two face and we have one face. So both the standard and the pro, they have two face. They have the two face, and we have the standard. So let's say you are this type of person that, okay, you really like the standard account, and you want just a face, you can click on a face and you buy the account you want. And if you want two face, yes, you buy two face. So it's the same rule that is applicable both on two face and one face. There are no different rules. The only difference is that the sizes of the account are just different. The size of the account are just different. Let's just take a look at this 5K account. You see that on the one face is 5,600. Look at it on the two face, that's 4,000 naira. So if you don't want to go through the stress of the two face, then you can buy the face. Then on the pro, the same thing is applicable. Now, this is where you have to pay attention to the rules when you're on Nairaprop, which this rule is applicable to both the standard and the pro. When we talk about how you are being breached, the 20%. Some of you don't understand when they say you are being breached. So I'm here to actually break it down for you. So let's imagine, okay, so let me first explain the difference between the pro account and the standard account. On the standard account, it means that, let's say you are in a position, then you close your position at, let's say you are in a position like you've made 20,000 naira profit, you now close 20,000 naira, then your stop loss is going to trail with you. But the on the pro now, which is the pro equity, that means your equity. And we know that equity is your floating profit, or your profit and help plus your balance. That is equity. So that means that on the you are using the pro account, either you've closed it or not, it is still going to trail with you. That is the highest pro. Let's say you are in a position, you get an account of Euro USD now. I mean, you are in a trade of Euro USD, you've not closed it, and you, let's say you purchase a 200k account, and the thing should now trade up to like 50,000 naira profit. That's 250,000 naira total. Then they will use your highest peak, which is 250,000. So that is, it does not matter either you've closed it or not. But on the standard, they are using your balance. They are not using your floating. That is, you will close it willingly yourself. That, okay, this is the profit I've realized. Then it is going to trail. Then let me now explain how you will be breached if on the 20%. Let's imagine you purchase a 400k account now. You purchase a 400k account, the maximum you can lose is actually 80k. So you losing 80k, that means that your balance, that is your floor, must not drop below 220,000 naira. So if you should get to 220,000 naira, then you've breached it. Let's now progress to, let's say you now make a profit of 420. 420, your new peak, and 420, you now use the 80k buffer. So you minus 420 minus 80k is going to give you your floor. That is, you must not breach at 340. Then let's imagine on your 420 now, you made a loss of 15. Your floor remains the same. Your trade still open. Floor is unchanged. The floor is not changing. Your floor increases the more you make profit. If you make loss, your floor remains the same. Okay, so let's imagine that you have a 400k account, you make 400k on it. That's 800k total. You will now minus the 800k minus 80k, which is your buffer, your which is your, yeah. So you might, once you minus it, it's going to give you something like 720. So you must not drop to 720 at any time. So this is where people get confused. But does it work the same way, both the standard and the equity? Yes, it works the same way. It's just that when they are calculating it on the pro, it is your floating they will use. But if they are calculating it on standard, it is going to be your closing balance. So these are the things. And one interesting thing is that from phase one to phase two is instant. So from phase two to funded two is instant, and now they now have what we call um an instant payout. Okay, but maximum that your payout can wait is 12 hours, compared to some funded accounts that will tell you 2 to 3 working days, which no, it's not same here. So, and one thing you should also know is that once you pass your phase one, your phase two, you will be given a new login. Okay, so that, let's assume that you have a violation on phase one, it's not going to come along to phase two. That's where most people have issue. So the account you've traded on phase one is going to, you will have a new phase for phase two. So don't continue trading on phase one after you've passed it. You will have a new phase for phase two. Then once you have a new phase for phase two, you pass it, then you will be moved to funded. That's if you are getting a two-phase account. But if you are getting a one-phase account, then you don't have, then you don't need phase one. Then your phase two to funded is instant. So if you pass a funded account now, they are going to give you a new account too. So some of you used to say something like profit cap. Let me explain what the profit cap actually means. On the profit cap, you let's imagine that you're on the funded phase, either the equity or the pro. There are three tiers to it, which is the first tier, the second tier, and the third tier onward. I call it the third tier onward. On the first tier, that's you are allowed to make a maximum. Listen, I repeat, a maximum of 10%. You can make lower than that. Okay, you can make lower than 10%, and the minimum withdrawal is 10,000 naira. Just know that the minimum withdrawal on Nairaprop is 10,000 naira. Only 100k and 5k account is 5,000 naira. So any other account, any other standard account is 10,000 naira. That's the minimum. So let's imagine you buy an 800k account now. You can make 20,000 naira and withdraw your money. 20,000 naira of 800k is not even up to 10%. 10% is 80k. So, but when we talk about the profit cap is the maximum you can make. So it's more like a level. We call it level one, level two, level three onward, or cap one, cap two, cap three onward. So on the first phase, let's say it's your first time requesting for payout on one particular account, you have you don't have to, you are allowed to make a maximum of 10%. Let's imagine you purchase a 200k account. The 10% is 20,000 naira. Once you make 20,000 naira, I mean maximum, then you can request for withdrawal. But if let's say you have the account now and you make like 15,000, you can still request for withdrawal. So after requesting for the withdrawal, you've been paid, you'll be issued a new account. After getting the new account, then you'll be promoted to tier two. Tier two is that you're allowed to make a maximum profit of 50% of the account. So let's imagine you have a 200k account. The 50% is 100k. Yes. So then on the 100k, there's now a percentage split of 80/20. Remember, the percentage split is applicable across all accounts, whether tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So on your tier 3 now, you are allowed to make a maximum profit of 100% of the account. 100% of the account. So let's say you have a 200k account now, then you are on tier 3, then you can make 100%, which is 200k. That's 400k total profit. Then you can request for withdrawal. But you can make lower than that. You can make 10%, 20%. It is not compulsory, but it is just the maximum profit cap. Now, this is where scaling comes in. Some people will be like automatic scale to 3 million. Once you get to your tier 3, once you get to your tier 3, let's say you have a 200k account, you've requested for payout 3 times, you will be scaled automatically to an higher account, which I believe the next account is 400k. So you'll be scaled to an higher account, which is 400k. So on the 400k account, you make your profit once again, then after requesting for withdrawal, you'll be scaled to a bigger account, which is I think the 600k account. Pardon me for that. I need to check. Okay, from the 200k account, I'm sorry about that. You'll be scaled to 300k account. Request once, then you'll be scaled to 400, then request once 600, then 800, upward till you get to 3 million naira. So and remember, when they are scaling you up, you are not paying any amount. You are being scaled automatically. You are not paying any amount. So that is the way scaling works. Scaling is automatic, and you are not paying anything. So 80% profit split. So I hope this video actually help anybody and again, if you check your dashboard too, your payouts too will be there. So this I hope this video actually helps someone out there. Yeah. So trade with confidence and all that. So and you can also contact the support through this way. But the fastest way is the support ticket. Once you click the support ticket, then yes,